Happy Friday, Falcons. I greet you today from Emily Pruden Park in front of the administration building on our campus here in the village. Behind me is a statue of Emily Pruden. We view Emily as our founder. Emily was deaf, suffered from a debilitating lower body condition that severely limited her mobility and caused her to be in pain for much of her life. Nevertheless, as she approached her 40s, Emily decided to leave her life in Connecticut and come to South Carolina first and then to this region in North Carolina to identify economically disadvantaged young persons, spot in them gifts, look for their strengths, and extend to them an education that would, in her words, cause them to lead useful lives. She focused on educating their minds, but also strengthening their spiritual lives. Emily's spirit lives on our campus today. As you have noticed, in the last few weeks, we've been profiling community leaders, such as Pfeiffer educated nurses who are making a difference in communities. So many of you are making a difference in your community today, partially as a part of your Pfeiffer education and partially as a result of who you are as a person. Like some of our brothers and sisters who have lost jobs or who have had their wages impacted by the COVID-19 related turbulence in our region, our students have been impacted as well. Many of our students are in an age range or at an income level that has caused them to fall through the cracks when it comes to receiving federal stimulus checks. Many of our students have parents whose incomes have been drastically impacted by COVID-19 and its economic impact. I would like to invite you to help these students. Many of you have selflessly continued to participate in the giving program at Pfeiffer over the course of the last few weeks. Specifically, you have continued to participate in the Share Your Chair campaign related to our graduation ceremonies. Simply put, Pfeiffer alumni contribute $50 and sponsor a graduating senior. And the donor's name appears on the back of the graduate's chair at the Pfeiffer commencement services. Along with this campaign, we have done some profiles on Pfeiffer students who are graduating this spring. We have introduced you to Mandy Schaub, Sean Bryant, John Payne, Tiffany Bartholomew. These are outstanding representatives of the class of 2020, and we appreciate you leaning into their lives, celebrating this rite of passage with them, even as some milestones have been taken away from them. They've not been able to celebrate in ways that are typical for a college senior. Even as we lift up our seniors in this time, we are thinking today of some of our underclassmen whose lives have been impacted by the coronavirus. Those folks who we know need our support. We have been encouraged by many of you who have asked how you can help. With that in mind, while we have taken a very reserved approach to fundraising in these trying times, we have created the Pfeiffer Cares COVID-19 Relief Fund in response to your inquiries. This relief fund will assist students whose finances are adversely impacted by the coronavirus. These scholarships for Pfeiffer students whose lives have been affected by this persistent and dangerous virus will directly impact their student accounts. And if you are in a position to help, you will help a falcon fly by providing for urgent needs in this difficult and most unusual time. Please know that your gift of any size will make a difference. You can make an online gift by clicking on the link provided below. Falcons, as I have watched you in the news and behind the scenes for the past 4, 5, 6 weeks, I have been so proud to serve alongside you. Many of you have been profiled on our website. Many of you have been profiled in your local news outlets for acts of courage on the front lines. Many of you, like our faculty and staff, have been using your innovative minds and engaged spirits to continue to form and mold our students, even though you have had to do so through remote means. Pfeiffer graduates have stood tall in communities, and they have stooped low to help the vulnerable and to look the other in the eye during a trying time. And I have been so touched by those of you who have reached out to help, even in this difficult economic time for our country. I encourage you to give what you can, to do as the founder of Methodism, John Wesley, said, do all the good that you can for as long as ever you can, for all the people that you can. I thank you for tuning in to our Friday updates. I look forward to seeing you in person at a time in the not too distant future, whether that be this summer or in the fall at homecoming. And as always, on Fridays we say, go Falcons!